Hey everybody, I'm Hal Robertson with Sawdust Lane Handcrafted Instruments in Joplin, Missouri. I've got my friend Nathan Roberts here, and I want to show you a really simple update or enhancement that you can do to make a cigar box guitar sound even better. So it all started with the CB Pure and Simple cigar box kit. I was looking at that online and it kind of intrigued me. And so I went out in the garage and got some stuff and I built one. And this is that guitar. Now a lot of these type of guitars, this is probably the most simplest one you can build. It mounts the stick directly on the cigar box. So the neck itself is attached straight on top of it and you have a bridge. Now a lot of bridges are actually on the neck itself, and CB came up with this thing called the flying bridge. Well, that made sense to me because that decouples the strings and actually gets the sound into the top a little bit better. So that's the way I built this first one. And I was pretty happy with the way it sounded. I'm going to let Nathan demonstrate it because he's a much better player than I am. Cool. Now, I went to go build a couple more the other day. And one of the things that always bugged me about this stick-on box style is that the neck is attached all the way down on the top. So to me it seems like the neck is actually muting the resonance of the top of the guitar a little bit. So what I did was, on this next model, I put a couple, and you can't see them here but I'll get you a close-up, I put a couple, or actually 3, of these real simple 1.25" fender washers in between the neck and the top of the box. So what that does is it sort of floats the neck over the top of the box, add that to the floating bridge, and you get a little more resonance out of the deal. Let me trade you guitars and I'll let you try that one.
Okay. It's a lot louder.
It is louder. Yeah. It's brighter too. Now these two guitars are about as similar as you can make them. Of course, everybody knows there's no two cigar box guitars that are exactly the same. But these both have a poplar neck with an oak fretboard. It has a scarf joint headstock, 3 strings. The strings are 80-20 phosphor bronze. The box is basically the same size. They have the same sound hole configuration. They're both a hinged box, which is a little different than some of the other ones. That one may be a little tough to open. It's got a pickup in it.
Okay. I won't even go there.
That's all right. So as close as I can make them, very similar, these are about as close as I can get them. To me, the resonance out of this one is just ridiculous compared to the original version. So as a player, and I know you've played hundreds of cigar box guitars and you own several. Tell me about the difference between these two playing them.
Well, definitely the sound. The sound of this is great. I mean, I want to play it just because it sounds good. I really want to plug it in since today. I thought this one played a little bit better. Let me try it one more time. Okay. Just an excuse to play it, you know. I think they're pretty identical to playability. So I like both of them.
There is one difference between the two, and that's the bridge. This one I have a nail across the top of the bridge, of the floating bridge. This one is straight oak.
Oh, right here on the very top.
Yeah, right there on the top. And based on experience, this is probably a little brighter because of that, but it's not really going to change the tone or the volume so much, if that makes sense. So.
Well, it's so in addition to the washers and the nail, that's affecting the sound and the tone.
I think so, yeah. And you know, for the cost of a quarter or whatever these things cost, 3 of these, and throwing a nail on top of that bridge, that is a really cheap, really effective way to change the output of one of these super simple cigar box guitars.
And this is easier to build than a standard box.
Oh, much easier, yeah. In fact, you can knock one of these out easily in an afternoon if you've got all the pieces.
Well, I'll swap with you one more time.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that's it. CB Giddy has the pure and simple cigar box guitar kit that has the flying bridge. It comes with a box. The neck is already pre-made, and you can literally put one of these together in just a couple of hours. So with this small upgrade, you can actually increase the quality of that even more.
It's worth the upgrade, I'll tell you that.
Can you play us out?
Yeah.
Works for me.
It's the Giddy Gang Show.